A 20-year-long war, nearly 10 players, numerous negotiations, and one goal: peace. Or maybe not. Afghanistan is a playground for power rivalry. For years, it was the United States versus Russia in Kabul, a proxy war that was no secret. Take a look at this report. June 2020, the New York Times, it says Russia was secretly offering bounties for US troops in Afghanistan. There have been numerous such reports, accusations and mudslinging. The United States is now looking to exit Afghanistan militarily after wasting 20 years and $1 trillion. Russia does not have a clear roadmap for Afghanistan, but there's something that is very clear. America's exit will create a power vacuum in Kabul, one that certain neighbors would be more than happy to exploit. And the only way to check that is by ushering in strong governance in Afghanistan. The US wants India now to play a role in ensuring that. So far, so good. As South Asia's biggest player, there is no other country better suited to do this. India and Afghanistan have a long diplomatic history. The two countries share enormous goodwill, culture and people-to-people contact. But India's pitch in Afghanistan may be queered by two countries. Both have their vested interests in Kabul and a common goal to keep India out. I'm talking about China and Pakistan. Let's talk about China first. It wants a slice of every country, we know that. Afghanistan is all the more special. Look at Afghanistan's geographical proximity to Xinjiang. And now some history. Afghanistan was once seen as a haven for China's Uyghur Muslims. This was between 1996 and 2001, the time when the Taliban was in power. China does not want history to repeat itself. It also wants two other things. One is to protect its Belt and Road interests in the region, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor especially. It's an approximately $62 billion project, and China cannot risk the safety of the Gwadar port. Reason number two, China wants to keep India out of Afghanistan, and the only way to ensure all of this is by shaking hands with the Taliban, and China is doing just that. In the 1990s, China was anti-Taliban, not so much today. In 2016, China joined the Quadrilateral Cooperation Group. In 2019, China invited the Taliban representatives to Beijing. In short, China has embraced this terror group, the Taliban. China has also used its checkbooks to maintain good ties with the Afghan government. Reports say China provided $70 million in military aid to the Afghan government between 2016 and 2018. China maintains that it wants to work with both the Taliban and the Afghan leadership. And the Taliban has thanked China for its support by maintaining a silence on the Uyghur genocide. So the Taliban's increased legitimacy will be in China's favor. It will also make Pakistan happy. Pakistan and the Taliban, we know, are long-standing allies. Islamabad has also been supporting other terror outfits like the Haqqani network. Why? This is Pakistan's way of keeping India out of Kabul. And this is where Pakistani and Chinese interests meet. These countries are co-conspiring in Afghanistan, and there is nothing in it for Afghanistan. In December 2020, 10 Chinese spies were caught in Kabul, a recent example of how China is planting chaos while maintaining a facade of cooperation. China will never let democracy flourish in Afghanistan. It will also eventually try to debt trap this country. China is only waiting for the peace process before it starts pouring in more millions. Now consider all the conspiracy, the careful planning, the backstage deals. Have they queered India's pitch in Afghanistan? The next question is, how far is India prepared to go? There is no doubt that Afghanistan will become, or rather has become, a flashpoint between India and China. Back in the 1990s, India and China were together in the anti-Taliban alliance. Today, China has an outreach program for the Taliban, while India was largely absent from the peace negotiations. And that is not to say that India had no role in this country. India has helped rebuild Afghanistan with roads, with dams, a parliament building, a cricket stadium, scholarships for students, capacity building, and a lot more. Does this translate into political capital? Well, it certainly creates immense goodwill. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently held talks with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. They signed the Shatut Dam Agreement. India committed $236 million to build this dam. Now, the Taliban is said to be part of the Afghan government. India faces the difficult question of engaging with a terror group to help a country find peace. It's going to be a turning point. But like I said, having a say is better than watching from the sidelines. India must join the talks. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.